Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to try to play some legendary humans. And we've done this in the past, but there's some cool parts in Aftermath that might actually help us. And it's just one of those weird times where I think the metagame has shifted enough to allow this to be viable again. Quick thing, if you're thinking about buying any Magic or any nerd stuff or just board games or anything, check out our friends over at CoolStuffInc.com. You can use code DRAGON at checkout and it'll save you 5%. You'll be supporting this channel and saving some money. Okay, so getting into the list, we're just going to do a rundown of the different legends we're going to be playing today because there's quite a few of them. We're going to be playing Dinnik, Pious Apprentice, because, well, Dinnik's good, 2/3, gives us some lifelink, and can be played out of the graveyard. Arena, this is one of the cards out of Aftermath that actually can help in the matchups where you're worried about the reanimation of Atraxas and things. This just removes the graveyard, and it's another way to protect your creatures, which is awesome. Speaking of protecting our creatures, we're also going to play Hajar, because, well, it gives all your stuff indestructible and +1, and that's a big bonus. We're going to play a couple of copies of Catilda. Not sure how it's going to work out, but since we're playing all humans, this could help ramp us up quite a bit. And we're going to be playing some Adeline Resplendent Cathar, because this is just efficient, and sometimes you just play this on curve and you can end games. We do like our buddy King Darien Extra Large the 8th. Big fan of this card. And actually, it can save some tokens, but it just bumps our team, and that's great. Now, we're not playing a ton of removal in here, but a card like Lagrella at least lets us get something out of the way, and does have a little trickiness of letting us protect our own creature if we do think a sweeper of something like Farewell or whatever is coming down the pipe. Shauna is one I'm not huge on, but I do like this card in a few different decks, and this could just work here, being big enough to get lifelink whenever it attacks, but also, it does get to work with Dinnik, and it's probably pretty good against mono red. Now, one of the other cards that's going to do a lot of work here to help the deck out is Urtai Resurrected. We need this to be able to stop all those big sweepers and problem cards, because it's an actual counterspell, and it should work out for us. Obviously, Helana and Elena, because we do a lot with this card in other decks already, and we're playing both Sigarda, so Sigarda Champion of Light to pump our team and help us find extra cards, Sigarda Fawn of Blessings to actually give our stuff hexproof and let us play extra things off top of the library. We're also going to take a look at a copy of Inga and Eska, because it gives everything the ability to tap for whatever, which is awesome, but also gives us Vigilance, which is huge. And we get the benefit of playing Joda here, because everything's legendary, so awesome. And we're also going to combine Urtai with the help of Thalia, and hopefully this slows down those problematic cards from the opponents as well. So hopefully when we put all this together, this gives us a deck list that can actually hold up. But if you want to get the full deck, it'd be at the end of the video, or you can just download it in the description down below. Just look for the blue arrows. It'll take you to Moxfield, where we have it posted, and you'll see all of our other deck lists that we've played throughout the season. So go hop into those games, and we'll see if these updates make a difference or not. Alright, let's keep it. Can't ask for too much more out of a hand like this. Let's find out if this slows down anything or not. Usually when I see red-green, I feel like it's better to go with Dinnik, but if you don't know, I guess Thalia is fine. You at least slow down some level. Well, there you go. So we're looking at werewolves, which is funny, because I was just thinking I might try to build a werewolf deck again just to see what's up. I think I'm going to play Catilda with the option of trying to resolve a Joda next turn. Depending on what land we draw, obviously. Well, I guess even if we don't draw land, we could just tap everything and play, right? Black, red, blue, green, white. Yeah, okay. That would still be viable. Oh, that's tapped, so, yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead. Lagrella that Tyvar. And no attacks. In case they have a removal spell, we at least just want to block with Thalia. This is just being a little bit greedy, but trying to set up a safer attack. Yeah, I've generally not been a fan of the Howlpack Duder. I'm going to go and do this. I don't have a 1-mana thing to get, really, so this is just putting a giant blocker into play. But this is probably going to lock it up against werewolves. And then next turn we get to Helana Lena, probably give Dinnik some big power and call it good. Yep. Put all the wolves you want into play, opponent. Yeah, I've not been a fan of the Howlpack Piper. Usually they just remove it and nothing happens. But even when you do, you get turns like this where it's like, okay, you're doing the thing, but doesn't matter. Yeah, let's keep this. We have another Hajars. Don't know how badly we want to back up one of those, but we have it. Alright, let's try. Feel free to counter this. I mean, they can't hit it with a cut down, so that's nice. Oh, nope, they're going to Siphon Insight. Well, unfortunately for us, we have quite a few things they could cast, I'd imagine. So, let's see how this ends up. Though, with Lagrella, we could take a thing if they cast one of our creatures, and then just get it back, which is kind of cool. Alright, go to attack with Hajar. Whatever they took from us is a creature, so I kind of want to just hold on to the Lagrella, but I hate not casting anything here. Alright, you get to Siphon Insight again. And in an odd scenario, I might even get rid of whatever they cast and our own Hajar, since we have a backup one to play, and just see what happens. But I don't know. This will be interesting. Nezumi Informant. Okay. Well. Sure. I'll discard... Oh, I don't know. This? Like, that's as good as anything, I guess. And the Raven Man. Okay. Sure. Well, look who showed up, finally. Now seems like it'd be a good time to Sigarda, but... Well, I guess that is kind of the only good thing we can do, because if we play Thalia, we can't really do anything else. Unless we just run Hajar in and just see what happens, but if we're going to do that, might as well do this. Not even going to attack here, honestly. I don't know if we're playing other ninjutsu stuff or something, or if the rat's just there for discard. Probably just for discard, but... Alright, Kaito, sure, you got it.
Wannabe tyrants gotta get through me first.
Target creature can't attack or block. Yeah, sure, that sounds fine.
You can't fight what you
I
can't
take a whole one. Darn, you got me.
I've got a good...
Okay. You created a duder.
But I have friends.
We are going to... I'm assuming remove the counter, play Thalia. Alright. We lose life. Play the Thalia out. Go ahead and try to attack into this dude. Alright. Seems good. End the turn. Didn't get to do our fancy stuff with Lagrella, which is kind of sad. Wish we would have got more out of it. But, you know, is what it is. Gonna make Sigarda not attack or block again. Nope, just making a 2/2 this time.
Let's show these scrapheads
Okay.
what real tech can do.
Come on. Ah, didn't... Oh, actually, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I will definitely do this. Keep the new one. Because, actually, wait. If... Oh, because it's only as long as this is in place. Never mind. I was thinking if it died, then the other ability on the stack, but it doesn't really do anything the way we want it to, actually. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. Or am I just going to attack with just Thalia here anyway, because they have that? So sure. So now if Lagrella dies, we get more good stuff. And then we'll just attack. Alright. So now we're not worried about any type of sweep or anything because we have a pretty good setup. Alright, you have a Shauna. Yeah, no blocks. Like, not sure why I'd be that interested in it, to be honest. That land does not help. We are going to attack, attack. I mean, I guess we just get in with everything. F it, right? Like, what's the downside? Funny that they had taken one of our Jodas, but it worked out. Yes, we're going to keep this. I don't know why I hesitated. Like, this hand's not bad. Drew an Urtai. So that'll hopefully be nice. I think the real trick to Urtai is, like, just deciding where the game situation is and if you can really afford to take a turn off, right? Because you want to leave the 4 mana up to use it, but at the same time, we're playing a pretty aggressive deck, and creatures that are adding to the board are sometimes helping the other creatures. So it's very contextual, I think, on when you actually want to keep up Urtai or not. I'm going to go ahead and just play that tap land first so we can make sure to play stuff as we need to. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to play the, well, we drew land that changes that. But we're going to go ahead and just play Hajar. Now, the interesting thing is, if this turns out to be what we think is, say, mono white control for some reason, we might go ahead and just Shauna here on the next turn. Hope to eventually get more value out of it from gaining cards, and then start leaving up. Oh, well, that sucks. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sack it, I guess, so it's in my graveyard. But that definitely... Oh, no, no! I cast the wrong thing! Oh, I meant to cast Shauna. That sucks. Oh, Shauna would have been infinitely better here. Oh, that's terrible. That's abysmally bad. Like, oh, Shauna would have even been perfect here, because I'd be able to attack, draw a card, and... Oh, no. Okay, well, we already did it. At least if there's a depopulate, we get a card for Lagrella dying, I guess. Yeah, that's the tough part, y'all. When you're not just making content, but like I'm doing it in a style that I'm trying to communicate everything. Plus, as well, I have other things going on off screen, and that's one more reason mistakes are going to pile up. That's not even just a strategy mistake. That's just not paying attention and pulling the wrong card. Just looking at the casting costs and going like, oh, well, I should have this and put it into play. Okay, interesting. Are we not going to sweep the board here? Because otherwise, why would you not block with farmhand? A little weird. Man, I would have loved to have had an extra card here. And I would have dealt an extra damage. And we would have had 3 more life. Like, the difference there is so huge on that one mistake. Might Overseer? What is this? It has first strike. As long as it's your turn. Other token creatures you control. Okay, that's... Alright, I need a second. I didn't... Okay, that's a card. That is a thing that exists. Let's do this. And I guess just attack. I mean, we're probably going to lose our board anyway, so, I mean, might as well. Okay. I'm going to assume there's a Sunfall or something here. I mean, it would kind of make sense if they're doing the whole Phyrexian thing, but I right now have no idea what cards are going to come out of this opponent's deck. Okay, another Might Overseer. That's actually pretty good for them. This might force me to use my Urtai Resurrected in a way I don't want to. Because I'd much rather use it to stop any other key spells or something. But it could also just get creatures completely off the board on the opponent's side. Oh man, Hajar, wow, you're pretty damn good too. Huh. Because now, alright, so if I play Hajar, I can sack Hajar. Would allow this to survive from Indestructible. Killing off both of those, opponent would take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, be at 5. We would be set up to do something. I mean, I guess. I don't know what we're even playing around right now, y'all. I have no clue. Sure, why not? That's as good as anything. Alright, let's view the battlefield real quick. Opponent's going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and go to 3. But the thing is here, if we think they're playing Sunfall, it doesn't even matter if we keep Hajar. Never mind. Everything would get exiled anyway. So it's fine. I mean, the only good news is we have stuff to play after the board sweeper happens. Like, we could even play Adeline straight up, and then if... Oh, it didn't matter anyway. But what I was thinking is that if they played a Sunfall, they would be left with the token that would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could play Adeline the next turn. Then if we attack and they just wanted to activate the token and block, then we could use our tie. And then Adeline would still be a 2 power because it produced a token. And then that would be enough to win anyway. So we kind of had some weird corner case outs. But yeah, I still don't know what the opponent's deck was. I mean, it's cool somebody's playing some new cards. I just don't know what they were trying to do. Oh boy, we're going to keep, but this is a pretty light hand, to be honest. We're going to call a human, and I want to play this first. And if they want to kill something, they get to kill our smallest thing that we have a backup for. Yep, we're okay with that. Alright, Trespasser, you doth have. Yeah, I guess we play this. Why not? I was trying to think if, like, we really would Lagrella there and discard anything, but it didn't really seem exciting, so sure. Not that excited to block either. Oh, just another one. Okay. Good news, bad news. We found a land, but it did not do what we wanted. If we play this, we can't play... I mean, I guess we could play Arena. Alright, I think I'm just going to discard Arena here. It's not great feeling, I'll be honest, but feels like what we gotta do. Gonna go ahead and attack, because I'm likely not blocking here. I'll lose an extra life because I discarded a creature. Because I'm not really enticed to block with Lagrella here. Also, if we could find another multi-land, find something that produces blue, black, or green, or blue, black, or red, or we find just another land in general, we could play Catilda and Helena, that'd be sweet. So there's definitely options here. But we got to make something happen. Alright, we're going to 10. That does not cut it. So, I think the plan here is probably just put counters on Lagrella and attack. Probably not even attack. Alright. No attacks in the turn. Scrap Gorger, sure. Have a feeling there's an Obliterator about to come down, so we're going to have to figure something out real fast. Alright, we go to 8. Getting Joda's real nice here, actually. So... I mean, only because we have a backup, not because it's going to particularly do anything. But we can go here. We're only at 8, so we do have to be aware of that. So I think we just pass. Even though making a really big Catilda is nice. Alright. Okay, it was an Obliterator, so that's good. Though that does first strike and keep us from getting a creature through, we can at least survive that. And we've got Hajar protecting stuff right now, so that's good. Alright, so now that their hand's empty, we feel a little bit better. Because now we can take a turn or two to do whatever we feel we need to do. Starting here, because this will gain a bunch of life when the time comes. Sadly, another Hajar. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that, because it's going to put a creature in the graveyard when we don't need to. That's bad. Yeah, we're going to play this. Get that Thalia. That sounds great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. Not nearly enough. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put haste on this body and attack with that. Making a lowly 1/1 to go along with. Alright, sounds good. Wow, they didn't even block our 1/1 token. They're just like, whatever. Okay. Alright, this is it. I mean, I could have just attacked with Shauna, but they would have blocked with that, so we wouldn't have got the life gain. Now we at least have a chance. Because they'd have to deal 6+ to us, and I don't see that happening. Yeah, you were totally cool coming in with that. Do we just gain the 10 here? Because we don't need to draw cards. So yeah, if they just have another Shieldred, I guess it's whatever. But, yeah. Gaining 10 seems good. Yeah, I assumed it was another one, so, I mean, that doesn't shock anybody. But now we get to attack for plenty, I think. And we just could cast just the other Hajar. Let's see, they can block 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Let's say they block 1, 2, 3, 4. They're only going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. We get to pump a token. I guess this is fine. Mostly just to try to get something else into play. Ah, it's another Adeline. Dang it. Decline. That sucked. Alright, we'll keep this. We will go to the attack step. Pump that token. And we're going to attack, 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 attack. Yep. Alright. That's enough for them. Yeah, here it's worth it just to attack with everything anyway. Like, opponent's only at 23. If we send with everything, let's assume they block the biggest ones, they would block 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you still got 9, and 9 is 18, plus the 1/1 is 19. And if they let anything else through, they'd be dead. So, just attack with all of it. They block across the board. They're left with Scrap Gorger. Even if they kill Joda, we still have way more than enough left on the table. So yeah, that's not a bad situation. Okay, let's keep it. Gotta play that first so we can make sure we can cast this Dennick. And then we'll see what happens after that. Oh, this could be Domain. If so, this is going to be a tough fight, y'all. At least we have Lagrella to be able to get rid of Atraxa. when that shows up. Oh, it's not that. Ooh, this will be fun. What is the opponent doing? Let's find out. Alright. Though that being said, I've played various versions of like Naya tokens, Naya treasures. Oh. This is going to be a problem. We may have a different target for Lagrella here. Oh, we most definitely have a different target for Lagrella. Okay, then. That's something. Well, generally I would say I would like to use King Darien here. But what happens if we do? Well, they'd have to block with Voice of the Blessed here. I think, you know what? They're not going to block with the other thing. So let's assume they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think they're going to do that. Honestly. But I think I'm willing to try it anyway. Alright. Then they're going to make a big Voice of the Blessed, I'm assuming. Possibly attack us with it. And then we try to get rid of it. And hopefully that's lethal or near lethal when the time comes. Ugh, another Lunark veteran. Alright, they're going to get at least 4 life this turn. 5 life. Ugh. That's going to be a big Voice of the Blessed. Alright. Oh, that another one. Oh, well done, opponent. Well done. Well, they definitely gained enough life here. That super sucks. Alright. Well, not a lot we can do about that. They definitely had the draw on it. Getting a Joda would have solved a lot of problems there. But we didn't. So now we're going to go a whole different direction. Which means we're going to get rid of that. And effectively, the only thing I think we do is attack with Adeline token. I mean, Nah, we attack with all this anyway, I think. Still get a second token. That's fine. Need an untapped land so we can play this this Joda. Alright. Alright, opponent goes to 2. Obviously, they're going to gain a bunch of life next turn, so it's kind of whatever, really. Unless their hands are just lands, but I can't see that being the thing. Oh, rabble-rousing. Oh, that definitely does a thing. Yep. Good news here is, at least if they attack with everything, we can block all their little stuff. Yeah, opponent's trying to make the most of it. Get some blockers. They do gain enough life here, so that's important. Huh. Though this creates a thing where... Oh yeah, well, I can't block anyway because it gets flying. So that makes that mostly irrelevant for us. Alright, we'll block this, obviously. Opponent's at 8. Can we win even if we got a Joda? Nope. I mean, we get a flyer here, so that's not nothing. If we attack, opponent has to block, obviously. So sure. I mean, token's got to go to work, I guess. Like, Lunark Veteran's got to block somebody, too. Alright. And then now we need them to not have a removal card here. Oh, I played the... Oh, gosh. That was so dumb. I meant to play the one out of the yard. That was a misclick. Alright, let's keep it. Sure. Alright, well, Exhibit A. How badly do you die, little Dinnick? How badly do you die? Yep, makes sense. Yawgmoth, you got it. I guess... Oh, I actually left myself no real option there. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, I mean, they can kill a Grella, attack, get to draw a card. That's probably what I would do. Yep, that makes sense. Did it with the lightning strike. Interesting. You got it. That's kind of gross. Alright. Not really sure what all I'm supposed to do here. I think it's like... kill Blood Tithe Harvester, block the Gix, if we're lucky. It's kind of all we're going to get to do. I mean, I guess we kill Gix anyway, right? If we kill something, we want to kill the more powerful creature. And then try to block here. They may not let us. Okay. Hey, at least they're wasting removal on stuff. Like, we can at least live with that. Like, we may not like it, but that does a decent bit of work for us. Let's go here. And here. And pass the turn. I mean, it's at least a little bit of something. Buys us some amount of time. Don't know how much, but we'll see. Alright. Come in with Evolve Sleeper. Because I would be inclined to block. Infernal Grasp. Alright. Funny thing is, I don't think we can win from here. If so, I mean, maybe if we get like a Shauna and it lives, that's possible. But boy, it's going to be real slim. I mean, you're a thing. I don't know if it's a good enough thing, but a thing nonetheless. We got to go for it. Just hope their hands are lands or something. I don't know. We're going to take a bunch next turn, be at a pretty low life, and then just hope that these can do something. Please don't let that card kill us. Please don't let that card kill us. And if they kill Joda here, it's over. Like, that's just reality. Alright, no blocks. I mean, we'll take at least... Oh, no, they're not even drawing the card or nothing there. Oh, gosh. What's in their hand? Shieldred? No. Okay. That feels okay for us, honestly. Okay. I feel like that could have went a bunch of different ways. And that was the least of them. So... Sure. We go ahead and play this. Again, we don't have any little ones, so that's fine. And then we just have to hope when we hit our 3 that it's not a King Darien. I really want to attack here, but we can't. I mean, I guess if we attack with Darien, we take out 2 things and we wouldn't care that much. And then we still just kill off the sleeper. Oh gosh, why? Why is it like this? Oh, why am I such a wuss? We attack with Joda, actually. Because if they get a kill spell, it's going to come after Joda. And this is fine. Because we could attack with Darien, then they would kill Joda, we'd down a blocker or whatever. We're here. Like, obviously, if they have anything to kill something, it's going to kill Joda. Alright, in the turn. I'm assuming opponent's going to attempt to draw a card here. Which we're going to give them 2 cards. Alright. Missed a chance to get more damage in there had I done that beforehand, but that's fine. Destroy target creature, so we're not worried about that punching through. Though, I could have waited because we did have Thalia now, so that's kind of something that we'd be able to first strike it. So maybe I didn't have to give them a card here, actually. Now, the tough part is if they kill Joda, then they'll be able to use the Blood Tithe Harvesters to kill off Adeline and something. And that's a little tough, but, you know, we're not in a bad spot from here. Alright, looks like they have an answer, because they didn't want to discard any of the cards they had. No. Okay. Strange. Yeah, I feel like if I'm the opponent choose there, at the very least, you at least use the treasure to cycle the cards to try to kill off Joda? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But we'll definitely take it, because that started out very grim. Sure? Definitely want some mana help, but let's see what happens here. Alright, seeing as how the opponent played green mana there, I'm going to go with Dinnik. And just see what's up. Mostly because I'm going to go in the assumption it's some type of creature-based deck. If so, getting the life is probably going to be beneficial. But that's kind of all I had to base that on. Alright, attacking. Obviously, you can block the 1/1 with no problem. Alright, I think we go Inga and Eska next turn and then just try to pop off. Might even Inga Eska into Thalia. And then just try to go big Joda. I think might be the plan. I mean, realistically, I mean, they could have fight spells too, so I don't know. Oh, that was a good card to draw too. Well, yeah, I still think we stick with our other plan here. We take some amount of damage. We're at 22 at the moment, so fight spells, while annoying, don't really end things for us in any way, shape, or form. And as much as I'd like to Joda and get a card, we might just want to tap... Oh, wow. Okay, they didn't play anything there. That's a bit of a surprise. So here, I think we just tap Inga and Eska, because we'd like to attack with this and gain the life, right? Like, that's beneficial. So let's do this for black. And then we can tap... I don't think I want a card that bad. Let's just go blue, green, white, red. And then if they want to fight something in response, then, you know, with Joda on the stack, this is the time to do it. Alright, attacking then. I mean, obviously they've got Tyvar stands or something here, because otherwise none of this would make sense. Alright. Sure. All in on that sounds great. So let's put these up front. Make sure we kill at least those, or at least attempt to. Obviously they can save them, and it's whatever. Yep. Sounds good. And since we have some untapped creatures, we still have the opportunity to play this. Yep. Alright. Cool. Okay, let's keep it. Feel like we're living a little dangerously here on just a couple of lands. And against black, this is always going to be tough anyway. But we'll see what we got. Alright, underdog it is. Maybe they'll be stuck on 2 lanes and don't have a cut down. Feels like we're asking for a lot with that, but we'll see. Alright, well, that's a dead Thalia. like, no doubt that was going to be a dead Thalia. Such is life, though. Alright, on the plus side, we're at least finding mana, so that's a thing. I guess we do this, get rid of this, at least resets it if they do have another removal, which I'm assuming they do, because their decks play a lot. Alright. Is there a cut down? Is the question. There is indeed another cut down. At least they're highlighting it as though there is. I'm not blocking. Much as I would like to, it appears they do not actually have the cut down. Alright. Well, this might end up better than we thought. So now we're just going to play... Ooh, ooh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Yeah, now we're just dead. Alright, GG's. They got us on that one. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Not the best 2-3 start, but, you know, it's not terrible. Definitely wouldn't qualify it as great, but not terrible. And the worst part is that this is mono blue. Jarina would be better later in the game, but I kind of got to have something to attack with here. And at least force the opponent to play some cards. Oh, the opponent should have waited till Jarina came into play, because now we at least get to remove a thing. Alright. Wow, I think I have to go... Oh, man, do we go Adeline first here? Well, we definitely do now. Suma gets countered. I mean, if it doesn't, that's spectacular. But I'm assuming it's going to. Oh, boy. It did not get countered. Wow. Well, this is kind of some of the only ways you beat these blue decks is when you're playing aggros. If you hit at least turn 2 and 3 creatures so you can just keep going wide. Because they don't have the most efficient blockers. I mean, they can play a lot of, like, Fading Hopes and stuff, but you're not usually worried about those. Yeah, like here, while they have a Haughty Jin, that's not the scariest thing to see from them. Alright, we play this, then we get 1, 2, 3. And then we could play... Shana? Does that work? Yeah, because we still have a blue untapped. Oh no, we won't, because... Ah, crap. I have the wrong color mana. Dang it. That sucks. Alright, just attacking with this. Like, well, I guess we might as well attack with the tokens. Just get another point in there, I guess. Alright. Yeah, the mana was just the wrong colors here. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I probably would have been better off just playing Shauna there than even playing Catilda, being honest. But it's okay, I guess. Opponent's at 11, we got to find a way to make it work. We could also just find another Jarina, which would make our life not terrible. I mean, I assume they're looking for something to, like, bounce and counter Adeline, but who knows? Alright, they are going to load the yard. Yeah, I have to guess that's their plan here, right? And they obviously are going to be able to counter whatever at this point. Well, now they're not worried about countering. Okay, let's find a multicolor land deck. Actually, wait, we can cast Joda anyway. The opponent doesn't know that. But do we just die next turn? Can they do 14? Maybe. Alright, here's where we're at. Attack with just this, because the token doesn't do anything, and we'd be able to play Thalia after the fact, so yeah. I mean, I guess if I attack, I at least force them to have to block Adeline. I didn't think about the extra token coming into play. So that is a little bit of a mistake. I could have taken that creature away from them, and that would have mattered. Yeah, let's go ahead, I guess. Mostly because it just makes their spells cost more, but, like, they're going to bounce Joda if they have a chance to do anything here. And if they have 2 Fading Hopes, we just lose anyway. But man, not getting an extra land, that definitely mattered here. Ah. But that's a bad attack on my part. I should have attacked thinking about that extra token. Because if they had a thing to deal with Adeline, they were just going to have it anyway, you know? But yeah, I think their best plan here might be just dig for 2 Fading Hope. Well, if they do, they won't have the mana because of Thalia. They don't be able to cast 1. Yeah. Alright, it worked out anyway, even though I hadn't made a misplay. Alright, so here's what we went with today. We had 4 Thalia, 3 Dinnick, 2 Jarina, 3 Hajar, 2 Catilda, 3 Adeline, 2 King Darien Extra Large, the 8th, 2 Lagrella, 2 Shauna, 3 Urtai, 2 Halana Nelena, 2 Sigarda, Champion of Light, 2 Sigarda, Font of the Blessed, or Font of Blessings, 1 Inga Nesca, 3 Joda the Unifier. We had 3 Deserted Beach, 4 Seachrome Coast, Shattered Sanctum, a Rockfall Vale, 4 Overgrown Farmland, 3 Rays of Verge Thicket, 4 Plaza of Heroes, and 4 Secluded Courtyard. Now, I do think there are some changes we could make to this list, though. Let's talk about those. Now, thinking about it, I think there's still times we would like to have a 1-mana creature, and I think the obvious best one to play is Skrelv, just because it can protect more stuff against mono black, even exile enchantments against, say, Selesnya, stuff like that, and it does solve the problem of at least getting you 1 more power and toughness, you know, if you already have a Joda out, so I think that's good. Inga Nesca and Jarina, I think, were the other 2 cards that I was kind of on the fence on. Now, I think 2 of those can become some copies, number of copies of Skrelv, but beyond that, I think we are sitting here kind of deciding how much do we care about what Inga Nesca brought to the table? Because I would like to say maybe we want an extra Urtai to just shore up those matchups where we're worried about playing against something like some type of control decks or whatever in the sweepers. Or if we want to even play the 3/3 cleric that, like, you choose a card from their hand, that sort of thing. Or if we want 1 non-creature spell in the deck, I guess it could be Invasion of Gobakhan, which also would be fine. So I think there's some spots there that if you want to swap cards to help those matchups, that's probably what I would do. But overall, the deck actually played pretty well. We won a fair amount of matchups that I didn't think we were going to win. And hadn't played this in a while, and it actually was cool because we did well in games even when we didn't necessarily get Joda, so that was pretty cool. It's not Joda dependent, it's just Joda bonus, which is really nice now. So yeah, the deck's playable, it worked better than I thought, and it was kind of cool to do a throwback, sort of, if you want to call it that. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Urtai, Wizard Adept. This has so many bad memories for me. Like, do y'all know this was like one of the original griefer cards, I felt like. Like, once this was down, it was just like, okay, well, now you have to find a removal card. Really, two, because the first one's going to get countered, then the second one gets to kill Urtai. Otherwise, nothing really resolves unless you're just willing to give up the first spell every turn. Like, this card was, annoying. The best part about it, though, is if you do want to include it in your commander decks, which it's actually still quite a playable card, it actually isn't that bad. You can usually find these for about 10 bucks in a few places. So for being as old as the card is, it's actually not that bad. So you might want to check these out if you've never played with one, because it is pretty powerful while still being pretty simple. And if you enjoy playing Humans list, I had a really fun Naya list that we played earlier in the season, and it had a bunch of resistance to those sweepers and whatever. So if that's a concern, check that one out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.